Hi everyone, welcome to Python for Academics. This is going to be another quick example where list comprehensions can become very useful. We're going to generate a bunch of Linux commands that you can copy and paste into a terminal with just a single line in Python. So in this exercise, let's say that you generated a bunch of Python scripts that maybe post-process your results. And let's say that there's the following pattern to all of those Python scripts, to their file names. So we have a neural network, then we have a name of a data set, and the name of an activation function with which the neural network has been run. And let's say that you have 4 data sets and 4 activation functions. You wanted to test how every activation function interacts with that particular data set. So you have 16 such scripts corresponding to 16 different combinations of your dataset name and the activation function. And now you'd like to run all of those scripts using Python. So you're going to have to paste the following commands into the terminal. So Python and the file name, the name of that script. And with 16 of those, it becomes a bit tedious to generate these terminal commands by hand. So we're going to use list comprehensions to help us automate this task. So I already have my dataset names stored in this list. There's 4 different names, and I have the names of the activation functions. There's also 4 of these. And just to make this script a little bit more automatic, I'm going to specify the command that we're going to be running in the terminal. In this case, we're going to execute all of those scripts using Python. And I'm also going to specify the file extension as a .py. And I do this just so that if you later decide to use a different command or a different file extension, you can quickly modify these 2 variables and just rerun your code. So now we're going to generate a list comprehension where every element of that list is going to be a single command that will pass into the terminal. So the pattern for our item in the list is going to start with the command name. Then we're going to have a space, neural network, and a dash. Then we're going to add the dataset name, which I'm going to index as I. Then we're going to have another dash. Then we're going to add the name of the activation function. Let's say I'm going to index this by J. And at the end, we're going to add the file extension. And now we're going to do this for I in dataset and for J in activation. So now if I execute this code like this, you see that I get a list of strings where every string is that single command that we're going to be executing in the terminal. So the last thing that I need to do is to join all of these items in the list with the new line character. And I'm going to wrap all of that with the print statement just so that I get this nicely printed. And just at the end of that print statement, I'm also going to print another new line character just so that when I copy these commands into the terminal, that the last command is executed, so I don't have to press enter to execute also the last one. And now I can copy these commands and go to the terminal. So in this location, I already generated all of these Python scripts. Just for the purpose of this exercise, I created some generic scripts that only have a single print statement. So now I'm going to paste all of those commands that we generated with list comprehensions, and you can see that they are executed one by one. And every time one command is executed, it runs that single Python script. There is some print statement so that we get some output from that script in the terminal. And just in case you later want to modify this example, let's say that you don't want to run Python scripts, but let's say that you would like to run Slurm scripts on a cluster, for example. You could change this extension to .sh, and you could, for example, change the Python command to sbatch. And now just rerun this code, and this will generate a set of sbatch slurm commands.